Record levels last week, the White House considered sending gas cards to families across the country to help offset some of the rising costs. The administration ultimately deciding that the gas card plan was not feasible. But with gas prices near record highs, why doesn't the White House just suspend the federal gas tax? That would save Americans more than 18 cents a gallon. Could be enacted immediately instead of unnecessary spending on gas cards and the delay that would come with mailing them, not to mention the cost. Let's bring in the Executive Vice President of the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold. So, Brandon, why not just suspend the federal gas tax?
Well, the problem here is it's not a true energy policy. It's just a Band-Aid to cover up a lack of an energy policy. It's a Band-Aid to cover up the fact that gas prices are rising and there's no real solution from this administration. If they want to relieve Americans of the burden of the gas tax, that's fine. It's not going to be a dollar for dollar savings situation because some of that is going to be absorbed up the supply chain, but it's not going to provide the long-term price stability that we need. That's only going to come if we have a true energy policy that puts all energy solutions on the table, not just a select few.
Yeah, you say it's a Band-Aid. What's the surgery? Because Republicans are certainly taking advantage of this. We're seeing them hold now voter registration events at gas stations.
Yeah, and that's clever politicking, but again, that's not a real solution either. Of course, what we need to do is bring more energy online. This administration, since day one, with the canceling of the Keystone Pipeline, with restricting the extraction of oil and gas on public lands, they continue to go down this same exact path with the Build Back Better plan, with the desire to raise royalty rates on the extraction of oil and gas. They're moving in the wrong direction all across the board. We need to flip the switch, go in the other direction. It's not going to provide immediate relief, unfortunately. It's not going to immediately drop the gas price down from $4.25 to $3.25 or something like that. But at least it'll be moving directionally where we ought to be going as a nation instead of going this full speed ahead in the wrong direction.
All right, well, we'll see. But we should point out that 2 states have already dropped the state gasoline tax, at least temporarily, that being Georgia and Maryland as well. Executive Vice President of the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We head back to